That moment in the mirror, you're in your late teens.
Yes, sir.
Was this before enlistment?
This was before enlistment. This was the defining moment that told me I had to find another avenue. Father was murdered. I was going down this path, and the path was leading me dark. Fighting, drinking, drugs. I was doing all these horrible things. And finally one night, I don't know what did it. I remember I still lived with my mother. I looked in the mirror and it felt like it was an eternity. I looked in the mirror, it felt like it was 20 minutes, and I just said, what are you doing? And I call it cold turkey. I quit cold turkey. I said, no more. And I made the decision that I was going to join the military. I joined the military 3 weeks later, as in like that's unheard of. I don't mean like I processed. I mean the next day I left college, I went to the recruiter and I said, I need a change. And he's like, what's going on? And I said, I am my own worst enemy, mentally, physically. I'm abusing myself. I'm doing this and doing that. I didn't tell them about the drugs. I just said I had a drinking issue. And they said, you know what? We see something in you. We want you. Come on out. I told them my goal is to be a Navy SEAL. I said, we can do it. And I signed the paperwork and I never looked back,
When you were in high school, going to college, did you think that you were going to go a business path or a corporate path or some kind of work path? What were you studying in school?
That's the problem.
Or was it
I didn't have
you
a
were
path.
checking a box?
I was just going through the motions. I didn't know. All I knew is I had a calling and I was being drawn to something and I didn't know what it was, and I think all the chaos and turmoil and drinking, it actually made me, I say we all have a shell. It broke that shell, and like I said, when I looked in the mirror, I remember it. I can't remember what I had for lunch probably a week ago, but I can remember that night when I looked in the mirror, like it was just, I remember what I was wearing, and I just remember saying, no more, you are not this man, and I broke out of my shell.